Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Amoyavi and I'm one of your grade 12 advanced maths teachers. This lesson is going to be our last for term 4, grade 12 advanced mathematics. And we're going to look at two more questions, but it will be on geometry. As per our survey, we found that a good number of you students have difficulty in answering questions relating to geometry. Right, so as you can see, I have a question, which is a multiple choice question. It reads, PQRS is a cyclic quadrilateral. And as you can see, we have a circle and then a quadrilateral is drawn inside or is inscribed inside. And it says, what is the value of x? And it is asking for this angle here. Again, this is a quadrilateral, and we need to find this angle in order to find x. Right, so this is a straight line. If this is a straight line, then this angle here with this will be supplementary, meaning they will add to 180. So we know in order to find x, we have to find this or establish this angle here. So this angle here will be, if this is 120, then 120, let's say we call this y. So y can be, y will be equal to 180 degrees minus 120. So that would be 60 degrees. Okay, so this angle here is 60 degrees. Now from this, we can now use the definition for the quadrilaterals that are inscribed in a circle. Okay, if you inscribe a circle, rather quadrilateral in a circle, the opposite angles here, R will be supplementary to P, or Q will be supplementary to this angle S. They will be supplementary, meaning they will add to 180. Right, so if this is 60 degrees, then if you look at the first option here, A, is 150. So let's try add 150. Okay, we have option A. A is 150 plus 60 degrees. This will be equal to 210 degrees, which is not equal to 180. So this will be out. This won't be the correct answer. Now we go on to B. B, you have 60 degrees. So 60 degrees plus this 60 is equal to 120, and it's not equal to 180. So this option will be out. All right, C, you have 90 degrees, but when you add this 60 degrees here, it won't, or it's not going to be equal to 180, but it will be equal to 150 degrees, right? It's not 180. So that cannot be your correct answer. Now let's test the other, or the final choice here. 120 degrees plus 60 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Now we have found what we are looking for, meaning if you add this number or angle with this angle, it must give you 180 degrees. Therefore, we have established 120 to be our correct answer. Right, so as you can see from this, if you are given a quadrilateral that is inscribed in a circle, remember that the opposite angles add to 180. So we use that property to answer this question. Thank you. This brings us to the end of our lesson for multiple choice. We are now going to look at a short answer question. But before we do that, we have to clean the board. Welcome back. We're now going to look at a short answer question on geometry. And here, as you can see, I've got a question that reads, a circle with center O has a tangent which touches it at T. Find the size of angle B. right? So we are given a circle, and then a tangent is a straight line that passes through a circle at a point, which is called the point of tangency, and that's the point T, which is referred to. And we are given a triangle in a circle, right? So as you can see, I only have this information, that is the angle for this triangle. And we are not given the sides. We are not given angle here, this angle, and no side. So the idea of Pythagoras theorem and trig ratios are now out. So you cannot apply that. So we're just going to concentrate on this triangle and the properties of the tangent with the radius. Now, as you can see, uh, this length here is the radius of the circle because it's from center to the circle or the circumference. And this length here is also the radius of the circle. So we can say OT and OP are the radii of this circle. Now, if they are the radii, or if this is the radius and this is the radius, then we say these two lengths are equal. And so you have formed, when you establish this fact about the radius and this radius, then you know we have identified this triangle to be an isosceles triangle. Now, what is an isosceles triangle? It is a triangle that has got two sides being equal and two angles. If these two sides are equal, then these two angles are also equal, right? So if this is 35 degrees, then we can already write 35 degrees here. So that will be the size of this angle. Why? Because, again, this triangle TOP or OPT is an isosceles triangle. Right, after that, we are now going to use the, the property of the tangent and the radius. According to one of the properties, if you can recall, uh, the radius of a circle will be always perpendicular to the tangent at any point, right? So what does it mean? It means that this line here, this line, the tangent line, and the radius will be always at 90 degrees. So in order to find the value for B, we just simply say B will be equal to, uh, this is 90 degrees, this angle here, 90 degrees minus this angle, which is 35 degrees, and that will be 55 degrees. Right, so we have calculated the value for B. So we have solved the problem. So what you have to do is you just identify the type of triangle given, and then with the use of the ideas of the radius, this radius, identify this angle, and then use the property of the tangent and the radius to calculate this angle. So that's basically what we have done. So that's it. This is your answer. It's nothing difficult. It's easy if you can recall some of the basic facts and the knowledge that you have learned. So now this brings us to the end of our lesson and also the end of Numbers World. Now we understand that maths is a difficult subject. That's why we thought of a program that will provide a practical ways of solving maths problems. And I thought we have, or I hope that we have inspired you in some way and you have learned something from these episodes or the lessons. If you want to learn more about the videos and the episodes that we have created, you can go to the Digital Foundation platforms, and you will see a lot of videos that are provided from grade 9 all the way to grade 12. Thank you, everyone, and I hope you have learned something from me. And that brings us to the end of our program on the Numbers World. Thank you.